Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I want to make a video talking about the PS5, and I want to talk specifically about backwards compatibility because that is what interests me the most about the PS5. Yes, I do, want a better processor. I want, the PS5 to have better graphical games, and I want it, to run much better than the PS4. But I really also care about backwards compatibility. This is a very strong subject for me because I remember when the PS4 launched, it was a fun launch, but the problem is I got the PS4 on day one when it came out back in 2013, November of 2013, and I remember that there just wasn't that many games out on the PS4. There were some good games, but there wasn't that many good games out there. There wasn't, and I went back to playing the PS3 pretty quickly, right when the PS4 came out. And there was some good games that I did like playing on the PS4. Those were Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it was already made for the PS3. Then they just made an updated, graphical version for the PS4. I liked that one. I liked Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghosts. But that was pretty much it. I didn't have any other game to play, and there wasn't really that many games out there at the time. So we were limited in the amount of games that we could play, and it's probably going to be pretty similar to the PS5 this year. We're obviously going to have some launch titles for the PS5, but I don't know, exactly how many we're going to have, Is it going to be a lot? Probably not going to be a lot. I don't think it's going to be a lot because the console's just coming out, so chances are there's probably not going to be that many games. And also I want to say that I am not an Xbox hater. I don't have anything against the Xbox. I just prefer the PlayStation. I've grown up with PlayStation. I'm just used to PlayStation brand. That's just the one I like. I don't have anything against Xbox. I think the console war stuff, I think that's stupid. Where one person says, "Oh, my console's better than your console." I think it's stupid. Don't got anything against the Xbox. Just so people know. But I just personally prefer the PlayStation. That's just my personal preference. But let's watch, this clip where, Sony was actually talking about backwards compatibility with the PS5. Let's kind of react to this right now.
PlayStation 5 GPU is backwards compatible with PlayStation 4. What does that mean? One way you can achieve backwards compatibility is to put the previous console's chipset in the new console, like we did with some PlayStation 3s, but that's of course extremely expensive. A better way is to incorporate any differences in the previous console's logic into the new console's custom chips, meaning that even as the technology evolves, the logic and feature set that PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro titles rely on is still available in backwards compatibility modes. One advantage of this strategy is that once backwards compatibility is in the console, it's in. It's not as if a cost down will remove backwards compatibility like it did on PlayStation 3. Achieving this unification of functionality took years of efforts by AMD, as any roadmap advancement creates a potential divergence in logic. Running PS4 and PS4 titles at boosted frequencies has also added complexity. The boost is truly massive this time around, and some game code just can't handle it. Testing has to be done on a title-by-title basis. Results are excellent, though. We recently took a look at the top 100 PlayStation 4 titles as ranked by playtime, and we're expecting almost all of them to be playable at launch on PlayStation 5.
Now, there's some people that are confused by this, some people that are angry by this. But I'm going to be reading Mark Cerny's statement here from the video, and I'm going to be reading this based on this article. I'll also link this article down below. But it says, this is what Mark Cerny said. "We recently took a look at the top 100 PS4 titles as ranked by playtime, and we're expecting almost all of them to be playable at launch on the PS5. And the article says because the PS5 is so much more powerful than the PS4, it's possible some titles may run improperly. And that's why releases need to be tested on a title-by-title basis." Now, there are people that are spreading false misinformation around, and they're saying the PS5 is only going to be able to play the 100, top PS4 games. This is false. At launch, it's going to be able to play those 100 top PS4 games. The PS4 games, I think in total there's like over 4,000 something titles, but as right now I'm speaking, the PS5 has plans to include those 100 top PS4 games. Over time, though, they are planning on including other titles. So they're going to keep including other titles, and hopefully this becomes everything. Hopefully they add all of it. All the PS4 games, because this is very important to the console. Like I said, there's a lot of PS4 games that we play, a lot of us enjoy. And, if you're wondering, a lot of you guys watch my channel for GTA Red Dead, those games are definitely going to be, compatible with the PS5 because GTA is a very popular game and Red Dead Redemption is a very popular game. Modern Warfare is probably going to be compatible with that as well, as that's a pretty popular game as well. But just think of the most popular games, and chances are it is probably going to be backwards compatible with the PS5. Now, I am kind of surprised that the PS5 is not going to have all of them at launch. You know, I was at least thinking that they would say, you know, today that all of them were at launch, all of them would be available at launch, but not all of them. But the people that are saying it's only going to be those 100, you know, PS4 games, that's not true. They're going to include more titles over time, but at launch it's currently only 100. Hopefully they add the whole set. Hopefully they add all the PS4 games, the whole collection, because there's a lot of games that people play that might not be popular, but, you know, they personally enjoy and they like playing. You know, I really wish that we would get also PS3, you know, backwards compatibility, because I would love to play some old PS3 games and even possibly PS2 games also. There's a bunch of PS2 games I know I would definitely play, but, you know, a lot of people were saying that the PS5 was going to be able to play, you know, PS1, PS2, PS3 games. We don't know. They could still announce something. We don't know because it's right now March, and the PS5 is going to come out when in November. November, it's probably going to come out holiday season, November, December, but November probably, because that's when, you know, the PS4 also launched. They probably want to launch it, you know, a month before, you know, the holidays, so people have enough time to get it. But that's probably when it's going to launch. But they may still include, you know, backwards compatibility to PS1, PS2, PS3. We don't know that. There's still plenty of time for them to do something. But I'm going to say this honestly as a PlayStation fan, is that Sony's putting themselves in a very difficult position right now because this might be very bad for them, considering that the new Xbox console, they are able, you know, to run, you know, Xbox One games, and for the most part, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong on this, it's able to run Xbox 360 games, and I think they also said they're able to run some Xbox original games. But we're gonna have to see in the next few months, and, you know, we might have an update, you know, pretty soon even. But the number one thing that I saw people that were upset with the PS5 about was this issue, the backwards compatibility. The PS5, it is going to have, you know, much better processor than what we had with the PS4. Not really going to go into specs here because I want to cover the backwards compatibility. That's, you know, my main concern is being able to play old games. And I know what some people are going to tell me. They're going to tell me, but professional, you could just, you know, plug in your PS4, or you could plug in your PS3 or your PS2 and your PS1 and just play those games there. You don't need to play them on the PS5. You know, I agree to some extent. I could always plug in, you know, PS1. I still have one. I could plug in the PS2. I could plug in the PS3. But, you know, that's just going to be annoying, having to plug in, you know, a console each time. And, you know, if people don't have enough space near their TV and they only have, you know, a certain amount of wires that they can connect, having to constantly unplug it, plug it back in, every time, you know, they want to change from PS3 to PS2. If we had an ultimate console that could play, you know, all of the games, PS1, PS2, PS3 games, PS4 games, that would be absolutely amazing. But we're going to have to see what Sony has planned. I'm sure that Sony has reacted to some of the backlash, and they're planning on doing something about it. But we're going to have to see. I am excited to see what the PS5 has to offer in the future. But let me know what you guys think of this. What do you guys think on this backwards compatibility issue? Let me know what you think. Were you disappointed? Is this what you expected? Do you expect the PlayStation 5 to be able to play PS3 games one day? We do have PS4 games that we're able to play, but like I said, it's going to be the top 100 PlayStation games at launch, and then over time, they're going to launch more games. But let me know what you guys think down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. If you're new to my channel, enjoy my content, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.